that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into win.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Charles Harris make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's Kelce on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They will run for it with Gainwell. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Come on. Hey! Here you go.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. They find some open field here. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 65 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
On second down, Mostert.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being fourth.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try it now with Mostert, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes complete on the quick throw to Moore. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the draw, Gainwell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Throwing throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to touchdown,
Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Mahomes now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Down to about the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime.
Really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue their time and making it work.
Trap 60.
On first down, Thomas. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They're going to be stopped up on this front. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way in. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is well done.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Up the middle they go. Coat, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they're having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. Coates, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
from just shy of midfield. Thomas, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on third down, Thomas over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he is going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Runs over it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 44.
2nd and 2. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. Down right around the 25. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'd be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
60-60.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
19 right.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On 2nd and 11 now. Thomas. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. Brought in by Coates. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020.
Okay, ready?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Coat, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thomas. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down at 11. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Coates, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
And 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we, and it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Mahomes will throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. This will be fielded inside the 5. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get into overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Thomas. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
On 2nd down now. Coat. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Thomas. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Check, Panther.
On first down, Coates. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime you can play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Dolphins, they move to 7-9 on the year with the win.